Time for real change. For over 2 decades, our state and our people have experienced a condition of life that can be described as a dark age, and there's no ray of light after all these years to give us any strong hope of a recovery. Accompanying this dark age is the emergence and replication of vices caused by irresponsible and greedy governance in our state. I can say with near accuracy that over 50% of deaths in our state are attributable to poverty and other forces of economic hardship. Look around you today, reflect on the cause of deaths of your loved ones, and you would agree with me that this is true. It's an unacceptable trend and cannot be mitigated by the kinds of personal aggrandizement prevalent among our leaders today. We must relinquish those ideas, those views, traditions, and general disposition that encourage unhealthy competition and animosity among men and women. A mindset that encourages selfishness and undermines real progress. Government is not a place that we seek personal enrichment. It's a venue for self-sacrifice, service, and human development. We invite and risk disaster if we continue to neglect the human development of our youth and society, giving them quality education, create opportunities for economic security. Our people have suffered and died so much. Crimes of all kinds have arrived and taken root in our state, while morality has been sacrificed at the shrines of individual convenience. Want to understand how a hungry man can become an angry and desperate man? We cannot abandon the idea of right and wrong, abandon the idea of good and bad. Our government and leaders are absent, articulating significant distaste for probity. My people, I assure you that there's a variety of solutions to this moral decline, as well as other problems confronting you. You will realize it once we have the right leadership. Fellow citizens of Imo State, while we cannot separate ourselves from the rest of the nation, we can distinguish ourselves in the midst of decadence and find a clear path that leads us to total reversal of our misfortune if we are ready to embrace new ideas. The whole social, economic, and political trajectory of our time, the grab-and-look mentality so prevalent today, is obedience. Individuals are openly stealing government property, mismanaging public funds, and no one can be trusted to put public interest above personal interest. It does not apply well for our state. We are near tipping point. The urgency of action and true leadership cannot be overemphasized. We have borne the brunt of administrative failure on the part of government, and time cannot be held back nor held down. My greatest concern is that the future will arrive to find us unprepared to take advantage of its benefits, as well as unprepared to confront the burdens and uncertainties of time. Who would have thought that today's terrorism would dominate our household conversations? Who would have thought that kidnapping and human trafficking would be this prevalent, and yet are here today with us? The incident in Imo State, where innocent young university students were killed and burnt, and the police inexcusable explanation that they could not save them because they were being pelted with rocks and stones, epitomize our endemic unpreparedness. The fact that we do not have lasting solutions to these crises are many. It's a sign of a society that failed to project itself, plan itself, make the necessary sacrifices for a better future. It is now incumbent upon us, in this generation, to create an environment that is self-renewing, self-pleasing, and protective of those good values that we believe in. Today, unemployment has exceeded 60%. Average life expectancy is in the very low 50s. Cost of living has soared high above the limits of many family incomes, and our people are stationed in and out of garbage and crumbs. Meanwhile, our leaders are buying airplanes and indulging in the most opulent lifestyles, unperturbed by the huge and daily struggles, pain, and deaths of our people. And since we cannot resort to violence to overthrow this apathy, recklessness, economic injustice, enslavement, we should not forget the power of our votes. These same leaders are already jostling and are attempting to buy our support, because in less than 2 years is another election. appealing to you to sacrifice your long-term self-interest and settle for immediate cheap compensations. By people, 1 bag of rice, beans, and 10,000 naira might feed your families for a few days or weeks. I urge you that not to sacrifice your children's future for these quick fixes. If you decide to accept it, do so, but be cognizant of the fact that this is your public funds in the first place. They're only giving you what belongs to you and do not deserve your appreciation. Seize the moment, turn your votes into weapons for total elimination and emancipation from this injustice. This is why I'm inviting you to join me in this crusade, a quiet revolution to set the stage for infinite economic progress, a progress comparable to the great societies of the West. A comprehensive and responsible government applies simple, basic administrative processes that ensure the respect for the rule of law and rewards us accordingly. We cannot sit back, cry foul, criticize, condemn, pessimistic on those who cry for change, attempt to break their strides, blackmail, and watch generation upon generation robbed of their future when we can effectuate change. We must take the chance of a lifetime. Change will not come to us. Like I've often said, no interest, no struggles ever greater than interest and struggle to offer our people true happiness, to guarantee their safety and well-being through public service. Thank you, and may God bless you.